I got involved with Young Life my sophomore year of high school. I went to our all-area club because Aaron Kraft was speaking, and it seemed like the cool thing to do. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'll go. But I ended up going, and it was crazy. Like, I walked in and I was like, I have no clue what's going on, but I want to be a part of it.
I basically just saw a whole bunch of people doing random stuff on Snapchat, and it looked really cool.
From the minute that I went to my first Young Life event, I was like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is unlike anything I've ever experienced before.
I just felt more cared for and loved than I ever had anywhere else with any of my other friend groups.
It was just right after club, and DR came up and asked if I wanted to ride to McDonald's because that's where everyone was going to go. And so we talked in the car, and I had fun, and so we kept talking. He kept giving me rides, and started giving me rides to clubs, started giving me rides to campaigners, and so it just kind of grew from there.
Abby is one of those people that she's just easy to talk to, and she's there for you whenever you need it.
So I met Maddie at the last club of last semester, and Maddie was just a ball of energy. I don't think I'd ever met anybody who is more energetic and excited to be at something that she had never seen before or been to.
John was the first leader that I met. At first I thought he was kind of weird, but we hang out a lot, taught me how to drive.
My friendship with Kelsey started day one when she was placed, and it was super easy to become her friend because right away we could tell that she was really passionate and energetic and determined to bring Young Life, and she loved us right away, so it was super easy to become her friend.
This past summer when I went to camp, I became really close with him because he was my cabin leader, and now he is my small group leader and my friend.
My friendship with Tori is so fun.
He's somebody who I get to have real conversations with, and it's one of the most fun things that I get to do as a Young Life leader.
We like to goof off a lot, but when it's time to be serious and ask about the hard questions, we do that too.
My friendship with Seth has been something that's grown quite a bit over the last couple years, as him and I have both grown both spiritually and just like emotionally. I've gotten to be with him in a lot of like hard stuff and a lot of really fun stuff.
We have just gotten to hang out, and getting to watch her figure out who Jesus is and what he means to her in her life is just some of the most fun that I've gotten to have as a leader.
Just to be able to see her be loved by Jesus and then take that love and want to give it to her friends, nothing compares to that.
Over these past couple years in Young Life, I learned that I can rely on Jesus with my struggles and as I go through hardship, and that I don't need to go through everything alone. I also learned that following Christ is much easier when you have friends to do it with, and that you can grow with them in your faith.
Through Young Life and through my leaders, the biggest thing that I would learn would be that I am a daughter of God, and what that looks like to live that out every day, and how I can put that or place that in a part of my identity.
Before camp, I knew who Jesus was, and I knew that he was a big part of my life, but I didn't understand it fully. And after going to camp and meeting him and accepting him into my life, just like changed it completely.
I lead because I recognize the impact that Young Life had on my life in high school.
And I lead because I want to bring the truth of Jesus to them. Like, I want them to know that they are children of God, that they do not have to earn their love, that they are worth loving exactly as they are, because the God of the universe created them.
In high school, I saw Jesus in the kids, campaigners. I saw, for the first time, the love of Christ lived out in people that weren't my family, and that was crazy to me. And so now I have found such joy in being able to see Jesus moving in students, both when I was in high school and now here at Watkins. And man, it is a joy to be able to see what he does and how he does it, and I learn just as much leading as I do get to teach.
I lead because there are high school girls who are running to things that won't satisfy them, and there are girls who don't know Jesus, and man, I want to share with them the greatest news that I ever heard.
It's just nice to know that someone is always there for you no matter what you've been through, what you've done, and it's like He's always has your back.
I want high schoolers to know that they're not alone, that whatever they're struggling with, whatever they're walking through in life, that people are there and people love them, but more importantly, that God loves them.
I would say I want high schoolers to know how loved they are, and not only that, but how knowing Jesus can be really freeing and exciting, and just what it looks like to live a life out knowing Jesus.